Our Catholic leaders are encouraging prayer and keeping God first and foremost during this time of uncertainty as we await the results of the presidential election and as we as a nation try to move forward in unity. Joining me now on Skype is Father Dave Pivonka, president of the Franciscan University of Steubenville. Father Dave, welcome back. Always so great to see you.
Oh, it's always nice to be with you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Well, Father Dave, these are certainly trying times right now with so much division and tension and also a lot of anxiety. What would be your advice to people who may be having a hard time processing everything right now?
Yeah, I think that's just the way you ask the question is really good because it is stressful. We were just saying, even on our campus this afternoon, there's just kind of this cloud that's over everybody. What I'm encouraging everybody to do is honestly the same thing we did before the day of the election, and that is take some time, pray, spend some time with the Lord, but then also feel free to just talk about it. I'm encouraging the students to be able to share what they're going on, what they're thinking, what they're struggling with, and realize that they're not alone, right? That this is a cloud over the entire country. So we continue to pray, we continue to ask the Lord's blessing, clarity, wisdom, discernment, and trust that the Lord to be present with us.
Yeah, that's such great advice. As far as our community as a whole, how can we as Catholics help to promote healing and unity within the communities during this time?
That is the $1 million question. One of the things that I was spending a lot of time, obviously we at the university were praying and fasting before the election, but one of my concerns was what was going to happen the next day on Wednesday morning. And I think that's one of the things that we really need to fight for as a church, is that we are in this together. And I think all too often we separate ourselves, or people that maybe didn't vote the way we wanted or way we thought they should, then we begin to demonize them or separate or just say horrible things about them. So what I think we need to do is a couple of things: is realize that we are in this together, that we are not alone, that there are people that, and I'm sure there are people that are watching your show probably that in your family, that you love very, very much. It's been my experience, who voted a different way. We can't just stop talking to them. We can't stop caring for them. We can't stop reaching out to them, and really being able to continue to bridge the gaps, continue to be patient and loving and kind with one another, rather than dismissive or angry. Or there might be some frustration, and that makes sense, but that doesn't mean that we have to treat each other poorly. We have to care for one another.
Yeah, that's for sure. I know before the election, the Franciscan University community held a campus-wide day of prayer and fasting. The university also participated in a Mass and Eucharistic procession as part of the recent nationwide Unite the Nation events. Can you talk a little bit more about that and why it was important for you to do?
Oh, it was just a really beautiful experience that we had here on campus, but not just on campus. We did the Eucharistic procession and prayed many rosaries, and we went to the cathedral and we walked through the city streets of Steubenville, and it was really beautiful. People joined us who didn't even know what we were doing. They just joined us as we walked, and then at the end we had a prayer service that was just really blessed. And what it showed is that we need to be able to care for one another and reach out for one another. We need to leave here at our campus, the campus up on top of the mountain, and we need to go down and spend time and be with other people and be with the people in the community. What an experience for us. And some of the kids got really emotional because they went to areas of our town that they'd never been before. And they saw and met people that they'd never seen. I mean, they literally lived 2 miles apart from each other and never been together. We sang Amazing Grace, and it was just, everyone knows Amazing Grace. It was just beautiful. And what it did is it begins to break down barriers that bind us, that keep us away from one another. And realize, I preached this Sunday, and the second reading was that we are God's children, and that is what we are from 1 John. And we have got to remind ourselves that we have the same loving Father, and we are his children. The students are probably getting sick of this, but I'm quoting Mother Teresa, and she said that we've forgotten we belong to one another. And it's so important that we remember that.
Absolutely. Father Dave, thank you so much for coming on and sharing all of that with us. Definitely, we need that message right now.
Great. God bless you.
God bless you too. Thank you so much, Father Dave.